Thank you. Thank you very much. And were you filming that inglorious episode?
No.
توربین با فابریکه کجکی از صمیم قلب تبریک میگم.
Thanks a lot. That was a successful mission. Thank you very, very much.
The Pathfinders, true to their name, have hit the headlines. They found a safe route up to the Kajaki Dam for an enormous electricity turbine. Governor Mangle has come to Camp Bastion to say thanks.
We were getting the atmospherics in the area, and we were in the vicinity of the Gorak Pass on the high ground, but next to a road, and the patrol commander was identified that there was a lot of traffic on it. So he stopped the traffic, and one local national spoken to said, "Yeah, this is a significant route between Kajaki and Kandahar, and it's pretty quiet." And it was sort of, hang on a minute, you know, clearly I passed it up, and it developed from there.
It's the biggest land manoeuvre by the British military since World War II, and quite a coup. The turbine could provide electricity for the whole region, winning the hearts and minds of the people in its purest form. It's a great help to Helmand's top politician.
The media would like to speak to us.
He has the support of the British government as he's seen as honest. Downing Street has promised to give him military muscle. They call this a rolling stand to. It goes back hundreds of years. Soldiers ready for action before the sun comes up. No more remote routes for the Pathfinders. It's mid-September, and this operation is near Marja, just 7 miles from British headquarters in Lashkar. This time the platoon is in support of regular army units. There's only 2 weeks left on their tour.
It's alright, I hate your driving.
That was fucking nice and steady, that.
And the soldiers are not particularly pleased with their new conventional role. There's a change in tactics now. The men will be operating almost exclusively in the farmlands of the Green Zone, probing into villages and communities known to support the Taliban and the poppy-growing drug gangs.
I see it as though the majority of the people that they work in these sort of villages are Taliban, but they're only Taliban the moment they pick up the weapon system. When they don't do that, they're just back to being civ pop. That's how I see it. You know, they're everywhere. People will tell you what you want to hear, and then the moment your back's turned, that's when they're fighting you again.
The threat of an IED attack is high. Every Pathfinder move now takes hours, sweeping for mines or bombing. It's an absolute necessity. A sign of the times, they've been joined by Afghan task force soldiers, the ATF, to show the face of the Afghan government and to interact with the local people. We know we're going to be attacked. It's just a matter of when and where. The man on the ridgeline is a threat. He could be spotting. He could have a detonator.
They're light on the feet. You know, they can move around. They're just fantastic. I think what we're doing is we're fighting almost a conventional war against guerrilla warfare. So, and they're just finding the gaps that we're giving them.
The floor's rock hard, so there's probably a bit of metal underneath there. Probably been there for years, you know what I mean? It's been compacted, but you still got to have a look on you because you never know. So.
This highly irrigated area was actually built by the United States in the 1960s to increase the wheat yield.
He's carrying his son.
It worked. The yield levels soared. They still are. The problem is, the crop's changed. It's now the opium poppy. In a country that provides 90% of the world's heroin, Helmand provides 90% of Afghanistan's opium. They're in the midst of the latest harvested crop. Elders and Pathfinders discuss the way ahead.
Ask them how the system works for, growing and selling a poppy.
They said that when we grow poppy, so when we collect that, so we get this all to Marja, and we sell there in Marja in market.
Their choice to grow it. They're not being made to grow it.
Yeah.
The local population may be convinced to grow wheat if it's bought at the guaranteed inflated price. But the Taliban and their partners in drugs have no intention of giving up here. It guarantees conflict. The Pathfinders approach a compound near Marja, which is 6 miles from the British headquarters.
I saw a puff smoke.
The Taliban are in a series of buildings near a wooded area.
Flag up to the right where the wall floats down.
Were fired on from at least 2 positions.
See where that come from, yeah?
No.
It's difficult to know where from.
Far side, far side.
Far left.
Yeah, somewhere on the far left.
Stop it!
Some from the left, some from the right.
Yeah. I need to cover him across.
In this heat and dust, the machine guns can jam.
Ronnie, just scoot out and put the fire, yeah?
The incoming intensifies.
Right, we got incoming and it seems to be coming from further left, further left. I'm guessing, see left, that complex there? Look left, gap in there, have a look at that.
Old battle indicators were women and children fleeing before the fighting started.
Seen.
Not anymore.
Looks like women and kids.
They're still in there.
Women and children.
The Pathfinders reposition before they attack once again. Across Helmand, British troops are involved in these firefights daily. The talk is of reconstruction.
That was an RPG incoming overhead.
But this is the reality. There simply aren't enough British or American forces to snuff it out.
Guys who are squatting down and fucking running.
A clear message from commanders. They need more men.
I think there's a recognition that more soldiers would stabilise areas here that remain dangerous more quickly. Currently we've got deployed in the region of 4,000 troops, supporting 4,000 Afghan soldiers. I think we could probably easily consume in Helmand another brigade.
And a brigade would be a full-strength brigade?
It would be in the region of 3,000 to 4,000 soldiers.
Where'd that strike? What did we say about that compound? Got a bit of place.
It's the Pathfinder's final mission. We gave Corporal Tim Rice a camera of his own, mounted on his .40 caliber grenade machine gun. It provides a unique view of the last battle as it plays out. It's now close quarter fighting in the Taliban compounds near the town of Nad Ali.
Not seen. Stand by, firing now.
As we approached the town, we kept pushing forward to sort of, really find out where they were and keep them involved as much as we could. We came under fire from quite a few positions.
They could be fucking... Guys, we'll get fucking flanked here, mate.
We'd been shuffling ourselves around, but we were limited in space.
Stand by for 66!
We had to keep them engaged so we could, effectively reduce their capability to keep attacking us.
Move! What's my strike? Right, come and engage that pump. Yeah, I'm doing that where I think that fire was coming from.
The RPGs were getting closer and closer with each one, and the cracks of the rounds were getting pretty nasty as well.
Yeah, incoming! Got that?
Yes,
fucking hell, that hit that fucking wall. Stand by for javelin! Can you see it from there?
Yes!
Oh, fucking good shot, Brian. Fucking good shot. Is that 18? Fucking young round.
Tim has problems with the American ammunition.
Fucking yank rounds. Are they British behind you? Get them in. Yeah, wait.
As the incoming intensifies, he gets increasingly frustrated, unable to fire back.
There it is. See the smoke? Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Fucking yank rounds. Pat's moving in the tree line.
In those crucial moments, his defences are down.
The bursts were getting, getting pretty close.
Yeah, wait up.
And you could hear that the cracks were getting louder. And you could feel the percussions as they were going past.
Never again, mate. Going fucking yank rounds.
And then the burst came in.
Got 9 boxes, but these yank rounds are shit. They're not firing. Ah! Been fucking shot! Man down! Man down!
Getting shot in the leg was just like having your leg sledgehammered from underneath you. Really, just the violence in which the bullet hit bone and hit leg.
Move! Fucking move! Come on! Move! Move!
I was quite conscious of getting shot again.
Come on! Keep moving! Keep moving!
I had fallen up against the gap in the door where the bullet had come through. In this few seconds after, I was thinking, shit, I don't want another one to come through. So I was shouting, get the fucking vehicle moving, let's get out of there.
Good shot wound, lower left leg, below the knee.
Colchester, home to the 16th Air Assault Brigade, the Pathfinders' mission to Afghanistan is over. They return to a chilly autumnal Essex. 6 months in the desert, and there's a real sense of, is that it, amongst the men? Tim Rice is undergoing rehabilitation. Shot through the leg, his injury wasn't as serious as it might have been. He was lucky. Rehab 2 for Sergeant Scotty Patterson. Blown out of his jackal by an IED in July, he survived. His legs were smashed to pieces. This is a big day for Scotty.
So you're going to keep most of the weight down through your arms.
He's trading in his Zimmer frame for crutches.
Coordination.
It's taken months of hard work, but he's making an incredible recovery.
I pretty much remember everything. I remember coming out of the waddy and then bang, just remember this ringing in my ears. I remember subconsciously just thinking, go with it. And then the next thing I knew was I was coming to on the ground, shaking around thinking, oh, the fuck was that? Like a bit dazed and dipped, like a heavy parachute landing or something. And then I got on my elbows and I was looking up and I could just see this dust cloud everywhere. And then I tried to stand up and I realised my legs were just dragging behind me. And I thought, oh, legs are broken, I think. And then the lads got over, Bernie banged the morphine in me. I said, oh, give me another one, Bernie, just to make sure. So he banged another one in and that was the end of it. I was high as a kite. And then I woke up in the morning, 4 or 5 in the morning, and it was a Danish woman massaging my toes as I was coming to make sure the blood was flowing. I was like, oh, fucking hell, where am I?
The Pathfinders are experienced soldiers. They're used to the toughest aspects of touring Afghanistan. But more importantly, it's what they actually want to do. There's much debate about the treatment and demands placed on all military personnel deployed to this most dangerous place of operations. But this platoon, even in the toughest of times, never once questioned what they were doing or why. It's just what they do. A post-tour drink is a tradition as binding as any of the Army codes of conduct. It's the final act of the deployment, and it'll get pretty messy. The soldiers will part after this, some to other jobs. The 60 years of Pathfinder history is embodied in these young men.